Welcome to A Woman's Brew, where women talk about beer. We're overdue our mid-year review, so today we're checking in and checking out the last 6 months. I'm Joanne, and this is Tori.
Hello, hello.
And we're two beer-loving women on a mission to get more people drinking and talking about great beer. Come join us. We're a little bit late. We're aware. Don't at us. We're a little bit late to say we're doing our mid-year review now.
Well, we've changed the format. I guess we should probably say, we already knew that we were going to change the format because doing it every 3 months, every quarter was not necessarily hard to maintain per se. But I think what would happen is we'd have something we'd want to talk about or something we were doing. And then it was well, now we have to slot this in. So we'd have to put in a quarterly review. And then certain months it would get to and it'd be actually this period of time, there's not a massive amount of change from that. So we were why don't we just lump it together and just do one slightly bigger, maybe half year. I don't know about you though. I was it would be so manageable to do it as a half year because normally when it's every 3 months, I've really got to be on top of things. And I just thought if it's a half year, I'll be so much more on top of things. It'll be so easy.
I am not on top of things.
I just had more months. I had more months that I had to panic sort out in a short period of time.
It's full disclosure. You mentioned something to me just now, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I should probably look at that." And I was just la la la. I've got all the things. Oh, I do not have all the things.
I think even that, it was I was like, "Oh, so we're gonna record this," and it was "Oh, I need to finish doing this," and I was like, "Yeah, I probably need to finish." I could have the time we were gonna record this, and it wasn't quite 6 months. I was like, I could make it work. A little bit more time would be great. And then we were let's record it just after the 6 months. And then we've captured the full 6 months. But yeah, I mean, it was in a place I could have done it. But now I'm in a better place. No. I'm in a better place. But even today I was I should probably do that actually. And I should probably do this. So yeah, that's
We have
fun.
Stuff though. We have stuff to talk about.
We do have stuff.
We've always got stuff to talk about.
I think it's going to be really interesting. So it'll be really interesting to see at the end of this year if we go back to quarterly versus half year, because the way I'm feeling at the moment, my brain, I feel like it's only capable of holding 3 months worth of things at a time.
You can't remember what you did.
I had to go back through my photos to be what did I do?
Yeah.
And at that point I was I did that thing. Can't really tell you. Here's something basic that I'll say, and there was other things. So I'm did that happen? Nope, that was December. So I feel like it's either I'm if it's not 3 months and it's 6 months plus, it might as well all be at the same time period. Yeah. do you have similar struggles with going back and remembering, or were you I pretty much remembered all of it?
No, I couldn't remember. I was just what have I done? I've done things. I know I've done things and stuff in the last 6 months. What were they? Oh, yeah.
Even thinking back to March for International Women's Collaboration Brew Day feels like an eternity ago. And I was
so
oh yeah, I did do that. And then I had to say to myself, was that last year's or this year's? And I was no, that was this year's. That was definitely this year's.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Anyways, we haven't pre-cracked our drinks.
We haven't.
So do we want to? I've got a few beers that I can dip into. Start with one.
I've got 2 that I feel are themed around the things we're going to talk about. So
this would be fun to see how we've picked. I've gone with 2 to 3 depending on the mood.
I wonder if we've picked
this
at
goes.
least one that are the same.
I bet we haven't. I'm willing to bet money that we haven't.
You've gone out of the box.
I think so.
Okay.
And I think it will be really interesting. Hold on. I've gone. There's maybe one.
Okay.
Maybe that we might get a similar brewery.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be. If I had to guess which one I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the one that you think it might be.
Okay.
If I'm correctly guessing what you're going to be having, I don't think it's the same thing.
Okay. Fine. Shall I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so my first beer, and I saved this specifically for this, is Espresso for My Depresso from Merakai, which is
so you nailed it in one.
It's our International Women's Day beer that we made at Merakai with the lovely Emma and Ollie. I'm very excited. This is not the first time I've had this. I have had it already.
I have had one as well. Very good.
I actually had it with Nat Watson the other day when I was recording with her to be on her podcast, which I'm very
You're
excited
a celebrity.
about.
There we go.
I told her that she needs to interview you as well.
There's nothing. I have nothing.
She agreed.
Of meaning.
She agreed.
I have nothing about. This makes me think of.
Here we go.
Did a quiz at work the other day.
Yeah.
Pub quiz, and me and one of my friends at work were on the same team, and we decided to come up with our team name, and we called ourselves No Redeeming Qualities. Because I was like, we can't go with the stereotypical. But like, we thought it was hilarious because we're like, we don't want to go with another team that was there went with a stereotypical like quiz on my face, and then there's it's one of those ones where have you not heard that one?
I've never heard that.
When people just I'm gonna think of
far more wholesome quizzes than you do.
I don't go to pub quizzes. I just know what people pick as names, and I feel like there's always we have to think of something that's like borderline edgy, a bit cheeky, and I'm like, I don't want that. We're not going with like a stereotypical quiz name. We're not going clever. We're not going witty. And we were just sat there and we said something about, I think I said, this fits the theme of what you're drinking as well. I said something like, oh, I have no redeeming qualities or something like that. And she went, can we name our quiz group that? And I was like, yeah, we can. Absolutely, we can. So that's kind of how that came about. But the reason I said you nailed it in one is because I had a feeling that was going to be the beer that you picked. And I was like, oh yeah, we don't. And I thought you were thinking that might be the beer we have in common.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not the one. Not the one.
We've got beers in common then.
That's because I've been hoarding my Merakai. Because I've had it once and I had it out of my ghost glass, my martini, espresso martini ghost glass. Beautiful. And I was like, need to have it out of that. And it's wonderful. But I love that you were on another podcast because we are too busy, clearly. People will notice we've missed an episode recording. We've been busy. So at least you recorded something with someone, which is great.
It's not out till October though, so it's fine.
Oh, well, we'll just people will be like, oh, is this the one?
No, this is the one.
Like, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. I have nothing to. She's very highbrow. Like I feel like when I say highbrow, I mean like she gets really, really good people on there. I have nothing to offer. I love Nat and I love everything she does, and I confidently can say I have nothing of value that I can add to her podcast. And I feel so bad.
Told her that we're trying to get you to do some beer judging, and she's fully on board with the cause of trying to get you to do that.
Well, we'll see what we talk about in the next upcoming 6 months. That's it. I love that, and I'm just like, I wouldn't want to let her down. I'd go on there and be like, I'm sorry.
Mine is apparently going to be a 2-parter because I'm a yapper and I yap
chatty Kathy. I love a good chat though. I think that's what makes a good podcast. So there you go. Now you got 2 episodes
normal,
out.
Right? I just did my usual thing and talked.
Just like I can't wait for that to come out because love her podcast, and I think that's going to be exciting to listen to, so that'll be a good one. And I can't wait to comment on what you have just said a minute ago when we get to that point in this podcast. My first one is UnBarred's Plume.
Oh, so I had that for New Year's.
I wasn't here for New Year's. I was in the US. So I've been trying to save it because it was made with Chardonnay grapes. Yeah. I've been trying to save it. And look at that label as well.
It is a beautiful label.
Beautiful
Their
label.
Artwork is always so good.
So I've been trying to save it for like a really nice, but in my brain, I'm like, well, it's got the word Chardonnay in it. So I feel like I need to have it for like treat it like a wine, like have it with like cheese and meat, but every time that happens I normally go with something that's like a sharing bottle or a mixed ferment or something like really, really like not this isn't really special, but it's like, oh, if people are, it's like, oh, we'll share a sharing bottle of something wild and wonderful. So this always, I feel really sad because it always gets pushed to the side. And so I was like, you know what? Celebrating 6 months, we survived. We survived 6 months. So I'm going to celebrate with that.
I love it.
I thought that this would be the theme of like, I'm not putting it off anymore. This is what I've been doing recently, is not putting off drinking. There's some beers that I'm purposely aging, and certain beers that I'm like, this is like keep this one in the back for a while. But I want to get out of the habit of being like, this is really great, save it for a special occasion, and that special occasion never comes. So
yeah, I have some thoughts on that when we get further down the line.
Right, I'm pouring it now.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That's nice ASMR.
Oh, it smells so good.
I think I was pouring it in the back, so you didn't even get to hear the nice. You're like, heads up, don't listen to that if you need a wee.
Yeah. 100%. This uses really good coffee. It's got an Italian blend coffee in it, and you can smell it like as soon as you
that one is really like the coffee and chocolate, like just really, it's so good. It's so good.
Vanilla. Oh, it's so good. All right.
And I've got my we'll talk about it later, but I've got my last year's Little Earth Fest. Well, this wasn't from last year, it was from I think 2 years ago. Yeah. But I bought this in last year's purchases. So right, well, cheers.
Good. Cheers.
Oh, that's surprisingly delicate, that grape. In a nice way. Like it has that like a white grape juice element to it, where it's not juicy, but it is quite refreshing. This, I feel like it's not massively like sometimes something was like so crisp it like loses the actual flavor. Like this is a really nice balance of that sweetness and the grains. I'm really liking it.
So this is an espresso martini stout. We just said the name of it. We didn't say what it was. But it's 5.4%. And it is like, you get all of those lovely like the berry notes that you get from like a really good coffee and a really good dark chocolate. Ooh, it's so good. But it's not heavy because it's only 5.4%. Like, it's beautiful.
Mine's a 3.8%. I thought as well, like, it's celebratory. And I think that's also why I've kind of put it on the back burner when I've gone to drink mine before, is I'm like, well, it's only 3.8%. So if I'm sat down with the intent of like drinking, sometimes I'm like, oh, I might as well use some of my higher ABVs. And so today felt really good to use a slightly lower ABV. And I feel like the taste on it is great as well. I will say with the Merakai one, how much like body and everything as well you get out of it for that ABV. Not that that's a low ABV by any means, but like for a stout, that ABV level, like the body on it as well is beautiful.
Yeah, it's got like a nice rounded mouthfeel, but it's not heavy that like you can't like sit and drink it nicely. You know, like it's not like when it's a bit thicker or heavier or higher ABV, they're a bit of a sipper. Like this is a like.
It's not like it's not. Yeah, it's not so heavy that you're just like I can't do, or like it would take forever to finish it. It's very drinkable. And it's not like overbearing. Not any of the beers are like that. Like, but sometimes you get those stouts, especially when they have those like type of flavors of like cocktail. When they're going for like that cocktail, it can almost be like too syrupy and too like unbalanced in that regard. And I feel like that's perfectly balanced from when I had it.
This is so good.
I'm not even drinking it, and I'm bigging it up because I'm like the name is great. Love the name. Love the name. Love the style. Love the brewery.
We had a good day.
We had a good day. Oh, right. Should we talk about our beer drinking habits across the last 6 months?
I have not drunk that many beers in the last 6 months.
How many have you had in the last 6 months?
80.
And is that's wild. And is that including or excluding, like, would you normally, this is a loaded question, would you normally have had something like London Pride, for example, and tracked something like a London Pride, or would you only be tracking if it is a craft beer?
No, this is like
asking for a friend.
So this is
who is
like everything I've drunk, because I've just not drunk a lot this year. I am missing some beers because I've been to Germany twice in the last 6 months, and often when we go and have beers in Germany, like you'll have like the local beer in whatever beer keller we're in, and then you don't really know what it was. or who it was from, and like, you know, it was just like a keller beer, and so I was just like, I don't know what I drank, so I can't like log it.
It's like, that's like in Japan when you just are like, yeah, like number beer, and they're like, okay, and then it's like whatever the house beer is, and you're like, I mean, it's probably Asahi or Sapporo, but then you're like, I don't know, it's whatever's on draft.
Like, it's like there's so many like little local places, and like we were in Nuremberg at Christmas, like at the beginning of the year in January, and then we were out in the Hallertau in June, and so like it was just whatever the local beer is, and I didn't like really take note of what it was. It was lovely, it was good German beer, but I didn't really take note of it, so I definitely haven't. I have drunk more than those, but not really by many. I don't think it's significantly less than other years for me.
Okay, interesting. I, on the other hand, have done 178.
Oh, well done.
And that's like, I literally am only looking at it. There was like a few that were at the start of July, but because I label what month I had them in, I was like, oh, I'll just take a few of those out. 178. However, that does include, it's included when I've had something like London Pride. That's what I was like, that's a loaded question.
I felt it was.
Because there's like certain places I've gone to and I'm like, there's not really a great beer selection, and I'm like, just have a London Pride, I guess. And there's no Guinness, I'm like, I'll have a London Pride. But it's not including like when I've gone places and had like an Asahi or something. Like I've not really counted, like it depends. It sounds really hypocritical as I've not really counted all of everything, but I've kind of picked and choose what I've wanted to count. So I'm like
some of mine, like I've not put duplicate, like if I've had the beer again. So like I've done a series for work, I've done a series of 3 events and we've had the same beers at them. I have not, I don't think I've put any, actually I don't think I've put any of those on here.
I do duplicate. I duplicate though. So I log any beer that I've had.
So
there you go. That's the differences. Is I've got, like, I went into a show in London and mainly what they had on tap at this venue was a Meantime brewing beer. So I was like, I'll have that. So I had that like 2 times and I was like, I'm going to be logging that twice. Pump those numbers, they're rookie numbers. So yeah, I've got 178 beers.
Okay.
In your new spreadsheet that you've got, I guess this is the question before we actually get into any of the other specifics. So you've got your own spreadsheet now.
Yes.
Talk us through that spreadsheet and what you're capturing and what you're not capturing.
It's pretty simple because I decided that if I got too complex, I wouldn't do it. So I really just, and this is in Google Sheets, and it's just beer name, brewery, ABV, serving style, beer style. And I sat and I typed out every beer style from the Untapped list. So I've got a drop down, so I make sure it's the same. So I can.
You typed that all out?
Yeah, I typed it all out again because you have to. I just did a
drop down. No, so I just took the Untapped styles checklist that you did, added it in as a separate tab, and then used that drop down.
Oh, yeah, I'm not that clever.
Use that as my drop down.
As your drop down. Yeah, I'm not that clever.
Yeah,
I typed it all out. I'm committed.
Oh, I love that for you. That's great.
Then I've got a personal rating, what month I had it in, who I had it with, and I've got a little page where I worked out from another spreadsheet that I've got that does this for audiobook narrators. I've got a page that counts how many times I've had it with a particular person.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
clever.
that.
And then I've got what setting it was in. So did I have it at work? Did I have it at home? Did I have it for the podcast? Did I have it at an event, etc.? And then space for notes. And that's it. So it's nice and simple. But then my plan was, because I have a spreadsheet very similar to this for my books that I read. So I've used the same format for it. And then I specifically did the spreadsheet for my books because I wanted to be able to do quarters and see the stats for quarters. And I was going to do the same for the beers, but I drank so few that I was like, I don't need to do it per quarter or month. But I was then going to like set up some charts so I could be like, here's a nice bar chart or a like pie chart of the split of how many I had in a bottle, how many I had on cask, blah blah blah. I have got, so it is tracking for me already. I set up total beers, my average rating, how many 5-star beers I've had, how many styles I've tried, and how many different breweries I've drunk. And then I've got most drunk with list. Guess who is at the top of the most drunk with list?
Is it me?
It is.
And you're like, no. You're like, no. Yeah. Actually, it's work.
it's you.
I think my highest one, if I had to hazard a guess right now, is probably alone. Because I do log it when it's alone. I say like if it's alone, or if it's with like you, or I've grouped it into like, so I've got you specifically in mine, and I've got a few other individuals like Rick. I've got it like individual, but then I've also then clumped it into like work people, this friend group, that friend group. So that way, every single time I'd be with somebody from that group, I wasn't like add another individual name, add another individual name. I think alone's my top.
and then I'm going to have some charts, but I haven't set up the charts yet. So that's a goal for the next 6 months.
I feel like that's achievable.
Yeah,
I say that as the person that when I set this up was like, I can't wait to visualize this data, hooked it all up to like a Power BI.
Never did.
Haven't touched it.
Yeah.
Have not touched it since.
I mean, I just have to sit down because every time I do a chart, I have to like remember how, like where I get the data from and how I do it and stuff. Once it's set up, it's very easy because it just does it. But I haven't set it up, and I was just like, I'll just do that now. No, I won't, because it takes a little bit of brain power. So I haven't done it yet.
I agree. Are you still tracking? So like separate to that, so you've got that. Do you still have your Untapped styles?
I am still putting stuff on Untapped, and I just don't rate it. Like I literally just go, this beer, here is a picture of it.
But do you still have your the checklist that you created, which was the like how many different styles can you check off?
Because no, I haven't done that this time because I'm just seeing how many styles. But then I'll do like a little chart from the data on here.
As I guess you'll be able to work it out anyways once you could reverse engineer it anyways once you've got it in that other page. Yeah, I think to be fair, so all that main page is really similar to the one that I've already got that I've got set up on my side as well.
Yeah.
For my actual drinking log page. But I think like next year I'll probably streamline it down even more because I think like some of the stuff I fill in, but I'm like, I'm not actually that interested in it. Like even then I think like I've put in style rating. I literally never rate it for style. So I'm like, why am I putting it in there? Like I'm going to rate it for style. I never do. I barely even do the personal rating. And my personal rating isn't even out of 5. It is literally thumbs up, thumbs down, or mid. That's all I do.
Your spreadsheet last year, and it was a bit too involved for me, which is why I got mine very down to simple this time because I was like, I don't have time to fill all of that out.
No, but I think like I've got multiple pages. My main drinking log page sounds very similar. Yeah. The only thing is there's a few extras. Like I put like what's the style on the label compared to what's the style on Untapped. And the reason I've done that is because I thought that's quite interesting because the amount of times that we've seen where a beer's called itself one thing and then you go and check it in on Untapped and go, that is not the style that it says on the label. I just thought it would be an interesting experiment to be like, how many times has this not aligned? But then that was also with the mindset of like, well, if I'm rating it on style, then I'll be able to see like this rating against style, I've given it this, but actually, is that really a fair rating? Because when you actually look at the label versus what it is on Untapped, it's not that thing. So, but then half the time I don't actually use some of, like, the style on the label. I probably don't pay that much attention to. I've put aging length on it, probably don't need that. And then the star rating, I'm like, I never really use that. But I have put, like, is it within its best before date, yes or no? And the reason is because I was trying to find out how many beers I was drinking past its best before. What I will say on my side, I've done fairly good at drinking things while it's with, I mean, I say that, there's still a lot that I have not drank within its best before. And some of it is because it's been aged specifically. But I think I'm in a lot better position this year than I was last year at the 6-month mark. So I'm happy with myself for that.
Good.
I did do so I've done my Untapped Stars checklist. I'm the same as you. Sometimes I don't even log it in Untapped. I just can't. Like, at most, I put a photo just to say I've done it. And that's more because I want the end of year stats that it's going to show me more than anything else. Yeah. And obviously, when you gamify it with badges, I'm like,
I also
but I'm not that bothered.
So I will have Untapped open while I'm looking in this spreadsheet, because I often don't have all of the data. Like, I don't have the ABV, and I don't have, like, exactly what the beer style is. So I'll, like, go on Untapped to find that information. It still does have the information that we want on it, annoyingly.
I think it's because my use case is I log my anything I've had at home.
Yeah.
I log on this spreadsheet before I recycle it.
Okay.
So I always have that information to hand. Sometimes I supplement with Untapped because I do reference when I fill out the sheet, because sometimes it has ingredients more clearly listed, or there are certain elements that are on that are easier to read than me reading a label. And especially if it's one I tend to have, and you probably have the same, beers that are in other languages, and therefore it's a bit like, I can't be asked to do like sometimes the translation's not great, but like if I've got it on Untapped and it's all written in a language, I can normally translate it a lot quicker and easier for me to be able to pull it. So I do use it for that. But I tend to find that I use Untapped more when I'm out and about as opposed to when I'm at home.
Yeah.
And when I'm at home and I'm drinking a beer at home, especially if it's past its best before date, I probably don't even log it. Can't even be bothered. So I go back and I just use the actual can before I put it away. But I have done the Untapped Styles checklist that you created, and I probably will continue to do that next year as well, because I really quite enjoy it. Last year's total, by the end of the year, I had 131 different styles.
That's good going.
Any guess on where I'm at right now?
So you've done 170 something. I reckon
it's 178 different beers.
178 different beers. Like 100?
No. Lower than that. 77.
Oh, okay. You're drinking too many hazies.
Caught me, nailed it. Actually, I think the majority, what really winds me up is the majority, it's all like farmhouse, or like it'll be like a farmhouse saison, or like wit beer, and I'm like, and like the label will say something, it will be like,
right, far more exciting,
a specific type of saison that's like really niche sounding, and then you go to check it in, it's like farmhouse saison, or it's farmhouse saison, sour fruited.
Yeah, sour fruited is my nemesis.
Hazy, and then it's hazy New England, either pale ale or IPA.
Yeah.
And wit beer. Those are like my top nemesis. Because I'm like anytime I think something's remotely different, it's like, oh no, that's also just a hazy.
Yeah.
Nope, that's also just a fruited sour. I'm like, this one is. It says it's different. It's like fruited sour.
No,
can't be helped. Sorry. Yeah. I've got, interestingly though, in January, I've got 42 check-ins in January, which I feel like that's to be expected, because that's like the first time that you're like ticking them all off. Then I've got 10 in February, 10 in March, 7 in April, 2 in May, and then 6 in June, none yet in July, but I've obviously not tracked everything there. So it'll be really interesting once I put all the ones we just had this month in to see if that changes at all. But like, I started off so strong in January. I don't think I can keep up with that.
That it does though. Like, you go hard in January because you haven't ticked anything off yet, and then you're like, I've made such a really good start, and then it's like 2.
And I also left some
then you
stuff.
get to the hard stuff that you can't find.
Yeah, and I also, like, admittedly, I also did leave some stuff on here that is not actually a beer, but I thought it would be really interesting to keep on. So, like, I kept a whole bunch, because the way that Untapped is now, obviously, they've got
it's
just
drinks now.
It's drinks in general, yeah. And I deleted things pretty much that if it was non-alcoholic, if it was a non-alcoholic option, like a soft drink, I didn't bother keeping it. If it's non-alcoholic beer or something, that's fine, that's on there. But I've kept on the whole list of sake, and that is like 11 different. I know sparkling sake, I know normal sake, and I'm like, there's all these different things, and I'm like, well, I'll keep those on because that'll be really interesting.
It's like when we started looking at mead, like there's so many different versions of mead, and I think
I might have kept mead on as well, and cider. I kept cider and mead on, sake. I kept a few different things that I thought realistically,
you might actually
could get around to drink, and I might want to try it. But I think at the end of the year, what I might do is like separate out what would be actual beer from other drinks.
My spreadsheet does tell me how many styles I've done so far, and I've done 50.
Okay, you've done 50 different styles. That's good. You're not far off.
That's not bad.
I was going to say, out of 81 beers total, I've nearly got like
50 of
I'm
those
bad at math.
Were individual, unique styles.
I'm bad at math, but I think I've got like over double what you've got. And I literally don't even have that many more than you in terms of like different styles. So that is interesting. I guess ingredients wise, I can tell you about some of the ingredients, the standout ingredients. The new hops, like if we're looking at hop products at the end of the year, what I'll do is I'll coordinate this better at the end of the year to kind of pull up like what are the top hops that I've been having, what are the top things. But I thought experimental hops, I've had 6 different experimental hops. I don't think I've got any repeats. Okay, maybe I might have logged some repeats, so let's just say 5. So I've had HBC 1019. I've had HBC, so these were all on according to the label. So like when this beer came out, it was an experimental hop. And then I've got HBC 638. I'm gonna say I just want you to like name all the ones that you're like, yeah, no, that's a thing.
That one hasn't been named yet.
I've got HPA 033.
That is now Luna.
Yep, I made sure to log it still as experimental because I was like, it was a beer that came from you, is what I have this in. And then I've got HBC 1134, which also came from you. Yeah,
1134. That might be getting commercialized this year, actually. Not sure.
I really want to do like a game. I want to do like a quiz game with you. Maybe that's what we need to do, is we need to do like a quiz. We need to do like mini Jeopardy rounds for each other where it will be like, I'll create you a little Jeopardy board, you create me a little Jeopardy board, but mine has to be things that I'll actually know. So you can't be like, what is this hop variety? Because I'd be like, I don't know. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, I have nothing to offer Nat. I can't go on that phone and be like, I can't tell you that. I have no idea. But like maybe one of my categories will be like, let me quiz you on hops, hop varieties, experimental hops. When I look at new hops, I've had 3, 4 different new hops to me. Or was that 4 different new hops. So I had in a sheep in wolf's clothing beer, I had Zappa. Never had that before. In a queer brewing beer, I had Lubelski. In a beer riff beer, I had a hop called Keef. I think that's how you would say it. That's how I would say it. Kief. And then in a wilderness beer, I had Diamant. I'd never had any. I didn't have any of those before, so I think I'm doing all right in terms of like checking off new and different things. I've had so many hop products. I'm not even going to list all those.
I think Hop Keef is a format rather than a variety.
I was going to say, please correct me if it is, because I have no idea. It was just like, here is this. And I was like, okay.
No, I feel like that is a format. Yeah, it's a liquid hop product.
I was just going to say, I've just looked it up because I was like, when I looked it up before, like it cut, when I looked up, hop keef, it was like, yeah, and that's a, but looking at it as product, it does say Sub-Zero hop keef is concentrated, solventless, liquid dry hopping product. So
there you go.
Interesting. The more you know. So yeah, I've had numerous different adjuncts. So what I'll do at the end of the year as well is I'll like pick out the most weird and interesting ones I could find. Yeah, weird adjuncts. I'm just trying to see if I've got any black garlic that I can. Oh my god, yeah, black garlic. That's probably one of the weirder ones. And some berries that I'd not heard of before. So if I'm looking at
what was that fruit we had in the Japanese beer?
Oh yeah, Sumomo, the Japanese plum. Right, Japanese plum. Yeah, I never had Sumomo before. Yeah, never even heard of Sumomo before. I got that beer. Looking at that, if I'm looking at, because I think when we talked about personal goals, you didn't do any goals, did you? Or you didn't. You had set up a new spreadsheet,
and I have set up the spreadsheet. I now need to refine the spreadsheet, so I'm doing all right.
That's not bad. Not bad. But I still went back to tracking the fruits and stuff. Yeah. So I went fruits and I went alphabet and I was doing locations because I think those are so fun and easy to track. I'm up to, let's just say as of half year 1, I won't dip into what I did in half year 2. 21 different fruits. And obviously that's me picking that. If a beer had multiple different things that weren't on the list yet, I could only pick one. I couldn't be like everything I haven't had before. It's like, you got to pick one. So strategize, because I've made it a game for myself of like how many different ones I can get.
And you always do things in hard mode. So
yeah, because I think it's way more fun to do it that way than if I just go, well, let's just, for me it is. Okay. I find a challenge fun. I am. So I've got 21 different ones. So I've got coconut, figs, lemon, Sicilian lemon, lime, Victoria plum, slowberry, cherry, grapefruit, pink dragon fruit, orange, damson, strawberry, raspberry, guava, elderberry, mango, blueberry, pumpkin, Galia, which is a melon type. That was something I hadn't heard of before, but Galia, Sumomo, and gooseberries.
Ooh. Are there different colours of dragon fruit?
I didn't think there was. I thought they were all pink.
Yeah.
And then it was like pink dragon fruit. And I was like, well, I'm going to make sure that I specifically list pink dragon fruit because if it ever comes up in this
dragon fruit.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I'm like, so I listed like Sicilian lemon. Yeah. But the thing is, if I just had a normal lemon, I wouldn't count that. It would have to be something that's like yuzu. I'd go like yuzu. Yeah. Fine. That's different. That is noticeably different. But if I was like English lemon, I wouldn't be like, I don't know if that's a thing, but I wouldn't put that on the list because that's too close. So like if it was something that was just a normal dragon fruit, wouldn't put that on the list because my assumption is all dragon fruit is pink dragon fruit. Yeah. But if you came to me with like a blue dragon fruit, I'd be like, that's different.
Does it taste like blue?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that so much. I love the taste of blue. Although I did get a new app. A friend at work told me about this new app called Yucca, I think it's called. Okay. Where you scan things and it tells you how good that product is for you out of a rating of 100. No, don't get the Yucca app. Do not get the I scanned everything and I was so sad about all the things that I was like, I can't enjoy this now. But it's not just that. It would be like high sugar, but then it would be like, this is a high risk product. And I was like, high risk of what? High risk of what? And then you click on it and it's like, you could get like cancer, you could get diabetes. And I was like, I hate this
person that recommended you this app, they're aware that the world is on fire, right?
I think they also
we're trying to grab
aren't happy.
Joy at any point that we can.
They're also not happy about it, I don't think. And I think they just wanted to pull everyone down with them.
They wanted to share the misery. Rude.
Yeah, because they also were scanning everything religiously. And they were like, can't have this, can't have this, can't have this. But I was just like, oh, this is nice. All the E numbers. It's like every E number. Like you'd scan something and be like, here's all the E numbers. And I'm like, I can't enjoy this anymore. I can't even enjoy blue anymore.
No.
What's the point?
Completely different to that. I bought a packet of Haribo Gold Bears the other day, but they were berry edition. So it's not just like all the regular Gold Bears. They are specifically berry flavors.
So all the good ones.
Yeah, all the good ones. Exactly. So I was like, ooh, okay.
It's like Starburst and it's all pinks and reds. And you're like, well, great.
Thank you very much. I will take that. So I was like, yes, this is a bit of me. They had little blue ones in there and it made me think of you.
Oh, I mean, those would be I'd be like dibs on all the blue ones. Because that's the thing.
The blue ones are blueberry flavoured, apparently.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'll take it. The green ones, so there was green ones in there. They were strawberry flavoured.
Don't like that.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
It needs to be like, this is controversial. Said it before. I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Green, not great color in terms of flavors, because normally that's like lemon lime, and it just the taste of green.
You don't like
not
the
taste the one.
Of green?
No, I don't like the taste of green. The taste of blue, I'm here for it. I am an active advocate of it. Green and yellow, I just go, we don't need those colors. We don't need those color tastes.
Depends on the sweets.
Unless it's sour apple. If it's sour apple, I'm here.
I mean, I don't mind lime. So, like, if I had a packet of fruit pastels, the pink ones, the purple ones, the green ones, the yellow ones, the orange ones, top to bottom.
I think if I had a pack of fruit pastels, I'd give them to somebody else because
they're too chewy.
It would be too chewy. I'd be like, I can't have these. I can't enjoy these. I don't care about the color. The color is just a mechanism for me to not enjoy it. Full stop.
I only pick fruit pastels because I know in my head I have a particular ranking when I'm eating a packet of fruit pastels.
Well, I would say similarly, like Skittles. Like when you have
always
a Skittles,
get loads of orange ones. Why do I always get so many orange ones? They are the worst.
I would take the orange. I think yellow and green are the worst, unless it is like kiwi, sour apple,
you too fancy.
Melon. Like if it's melon, if we're talking like, you know, melon flavored things, I'll have that, right? Sour apple, here for it all day. You give me like lemon lime, and I'm like,
I'll take the lemon lime.
Get out of here, chump. I don't need it.
So I'm trying to remember all the flavors, but there's blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, blackcurrant, and something else.
Strawberry is one of my faves as well. So I think that if I didn't read the packet and I saw green, I'd be like paying someone to take them off of me.
I was eating them and I'm like, this green one tastes weird. And so I looked on the back and I was like, let's have another look at these colours on the back. And I was like, the green one's strawberry. Like that just messes with your head.
Yeah, not a fan.
They were fine, but the blue ones made me think of you.
And did you save them for me?
No, I ate them.
Do you at least enjoy them, or do you just go yeah, these are fine? Because you got to extra enjoy them when they're blue.
They were lovely. It was my little treat to myself on the train back from London the other night.
Nice. I'm glad that you got the ones with the blue in it, because sometimes I like when you do blue Starburst or the blue, when they had Skittles, tropical Skittles, and you get the blue tropical Skittles. Any chance I can get to get blue flavour. I'm not scanning any of those products because I don't want to know, because it would just ruin blue for me.
Numbers were in there to make it blue. No, thank you.
we don't need to know. No. The last actual stats that I've got properly for myself are the alphabet ones. Which what I will say is I have included the start of Q3 in it.
Controversial.
Just because I happened to be filling it out so I could recycle the can, and that did impact my alphabet. Oh, no. So alphabet-wise, I am one letter off doing all the beer names so I can move on to breweries.
What letter is it? Q?
X.
Oh, X.
Like how, like that's why I was like, I'm counting.
Who has
I'm
got
counting
a
the
beer
Z.
with a name that starts with X?
I went through everything I had, and I was like, I literally don't think I have a single one with X as the start. Whereas, like, I happened to buy a Z the other day, and it was like I didn't even have it on my beer list. So I was going through like, what do I have that Z? And I'm like, nothing. I don't have X or Z. What am I going to do? And then I realized I went to go in the fridge for something. And I went, oh, coincidentally, the one I was just taking out to drink, I do. And I was like, fantastic. This has expedited up the chain of when I'm going to drink this bad boy because it's got to go on my alphabet list. And now it's just X. And I'm like, oh, this one's really hard.
That one is hard. That is hard.
Really, really, really hard. So yeah, that's all the tracking that I've been doing properly. But at the end of the year, it would be really nice to actually have some of these other bingo. So this is the second year in a row I've tried to do bingo, which is basically the brewery bingo. Go to a brewery that starts with the letter of BINGO. Have I F? No. This is year number 2 in a row that I've not done it. Not even a single one.
I don't think I've been to many breweries this year.
I don't think I have either, but the ones that I have gone to are not bingo. They're not even bingo adjacent.
No, not even.
So maybe that's that's a mission for half 2 is try to get bingo.
Look, I don't think I've actually been. I think I've been to one brewery. I mean, if we can, I think I've been to one brewery. And it was Merakai.
I mean, I guess it's sort of bingo adjacent because it's an M, not an N. But
actually, I've been to the Foundry, which is a brewery.
Not bingo.
No.
That's all my stats. That's all I got.
Well, I think that was good. Do we want to share some podcast stats?
I'm gonna open another beer while you share podcast stats.
Let's I'm gonna open mine as well if you're gonna open one.
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
Let's do it together and then we'll share podcast stats.
Okay. All right, what do you got?
I mean, probably technically this relates to the second half of the year, but because we were definitely going to talk about going to Little Earth Fest because we've been. I had a rummage through my fridge to see if I had any beers that related to that, and I still have a wilderness beer, and I have a wilderness.
Oh, I'm wearing a wilderness top.
I have a wilderness and closet beer called "I Like Having You Around," which is an old-fashioned saison.
That's a nice name as well.
That has been living in my fridge, and I was like, "That needs drinking. Let's drink that."
I love that. So we do have a connection here because obviously my first glass was Little Earth Fest.
Yes.
Your second beer is my top.
Is your t-shirt?
I had to get it. It was black and pink,
and
that's my colours is black and pink. So it's exciting. My second beer is from Matsumoto Brewery called Night Fever.
Ooh.
I don't know what this is going to be. I think it was an IPA. I mean, I can show if you can read that.
No, I can't read that. You're more likely to be able to read that than I am.
It says Brew at the top.
Which means it's beer.
I'm not going to try to do that right now, but I feel like I do recognize some things here.
Yeah.
But the amount of time it would take me to read the things that I know and then piece it all together, this would be a double episode, so I'm not going to do that. But I do believe that if I remember correctly, I think it was an IPA or a pale ale. I want to say like a hazy. And the reason I picked it is it does fit into my second half of this year. And obviously the big surprise being, it's just not a surprise, I've said it before, going back to Japan. And I kind of felt like I should start clearing out some of the beers I got from last year's trip.
Yeah.
So that way, when I come home with more beers from Japan, I like to save them because I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to go back next. And it makes me sad. But I do know when I'm going to go back next. So literally, I'm also an idiot. It does say IPA right on it.
Oh, it does. It says it there.
It does say IPA. It's because it's how it was written. I didn't notice it.
I opened my fridge and was like, oh, there's some beers that I brought back from America, so now I should probably drink those. So I do the same thing because I'm like, But
I just don't want my special Japanese beers to get sad and bad because I didn't drink them in a timely manner. Oh, look at that.
This is darker than I thought it was going to be, but that makes sense because it's based on an old-fashioned. Or it smells like citrusy. An old-fashioned.
Does it? Oh, I was going to say that does look nice, to be fair. Mine just smells like citrus, which is to be expected.
It smells spicy and orange peely and like rye. Yeah, it smells like an old-fashioned.
All the good flavors.
All the good stuff, yeah. Should we try these?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
It is spicy, rye-y. It's got a nice little citrusy kick to it.
Mine's just very citrusy, grainy bitterness. So, but like in a good way. Like it's all well balanced, but it does it does remind me of like where I got this from, and it just makes me look forward to going back to Japan, to be fair.
I should have saved this one because you'd really like it.
I know, but it's okay. It's fine.
It's very complex, and I love it.
I love that you're like, I should have saved this. Like immediately, like you would have liked this.
I'm like, you really like this. Sorry.
I know.
I was trying to find the time to drink them together.
I know. That's it. We'll talk. Well, okay. We'll talk when we do a look back at the last 6 months and then our future 6 months. That will be. We'll talk about it. I feel like we say that so much of like, we'll just put a pin in that, circle back.
We'll circle back.
Because we are boss bitches. We're like, we're going to circle back to that one.
All right, some podcast stats for you. We published 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 episodes in the last 6 months.
It should have been 14, but we did. We did miss one because we were busy.
Yeah, but that's fun.
When someone listens to this, it'll be like, that is what. Like you're like, what?
It's fine. Can you guess the top episode? Can you remember all the episodes that we've done?
No. Top episode. Was it a bucket list beer episode?
It wasn't, and I was surprised by that.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
So it was our beer trends episode back in January.
Interesting.
That's our most viewed one, which I think is quite interesting. The bucket list beer episodes have been doing well. But our second best episode is our interview with Merakai about their crowdfunder.
Oh, okay,
I'm very pleased about that.
That does check out.
Yeah.
To be fair, like my brain just wiped clean of like half that. Like I was like, who did we talk to? What did we? Like I said, if it didn't happen in the last 3 months, I'm like, and I think to be fair, a lot of the episodes like we recorded quite close together, and then there'd be a gap of a lot of time. So I'm trying to think of like, oh, actually, what did we record?
Yeah,
that checks out, that one. And I love talking to them.
Yeah. Also, I am just like really enjoying doing the bucket list beer episodes. So I'm glad that people.
We're trying to slow the bucket list beers episodes down. We're like, we really probably like shouldn't put too many out, but it is really fun.
Yeah. Let us know if there is a bucket list beer that you think we should do, because we're really loving doing that series.
Tell us your bucket list beer.
Yeah.
This is the thing, is if you write us in and tell us what your bucket list beer is and why, or I'll even raise it one more. If you say like, this is a beer that should be on your bucket list, maybe it's something you've already had, but you're like, this is what should be on everyone's bucket list beer. Tell us.
Yeah.
Either put it in the comments of this, make this like our the promo video, or I don't know the technical term for that.
The reel,
because I don't do the editing, I do writing stuff. If you tell us what your bucket list beer, what's a beer on your bucket list and why we should try it, or one of your favorite beers that should be on everyone's bucket list, and tell us why that is, we'll go seek, if we've not already done an episode on it, we'll go seek it out and we'll try it.
Yeah.
And then we'll try to be kind and be like, yes.
I also need suggestions for my beer bucket list.
You're just like tick, tick, tick.
Because I've kind of I've ticked the big one off. So what needs to now be on my beer bucket list? Let me know.
I feel like this is just going to escalate. Like, it's one of those things that like you can't, once you've gone to the top of like, you know, Mount Fuji, the only thing to do next is Everest. And then what happens when you get to the top of Everest?
I mean, what is the Everest of beer?
That's a good question. We've done the Mount Rushmore of beer. Maybe what we need to do is we need to do like a bracket of like what is the Mount Everest of beer and why.
Yeah,
that would be fun. Tell us what the Everest of beer is for you.
Tell us.
But I just like hearing what other people think.
Yeah, I do.
Should be on people's bucket list, even if it's not something that is like super hard to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Like, what is something that you think everyone should try at least once? And if they see it in a supermarket or they see it in a shop or they see it in a bar, they should not walk away without trying. And like, tell us why, even if it is just a fun little story about why it's important to you. Yeah. I like reading that stuff out. So
I also have some stats about where our audience comes from.
Do we get to be big in Taiwan again? That was literally my favorite thing in the world. Because I was like, what? Why?
So this is what Podbean, that's our current podcast host, this is what they reckon from the last 6 months where our audience comes from. I thought you'd enjoy this. It does the world. It will then break down where people are in the US, where they are in Canada, where they are in Australia, where they are in the UK, where they are in Sweden, and where they are in Germany.
So those are top areas, or is that just it just focuses on those niche?
I don't know why it's those ones particularly, but so for the world,
I feel like
top country. Interesting. Our top country is the United States.
Okay.
Then Japan.
Yes.
Then United Kingdom. Wait. Let me just.
I hope that's real.
Lies. I hope that's real. This is the last month. Wait, let me put it back to the last.
Oh, is this lies and slander?
Right. Oh no.
Oh, now I feel extra pressure to read this properly.
Right, hang on. I need to put it back to. I had it to the year, and it's.
I still think you should leave that in. I still think you should leave that in where you went lies.
I'm like lies. That's the last 6 months. This is the last 6 months. That was the last month. Okay, so for the four.
So that was lies. The actual last 6 months.
that was the last month. So the last 6 months, our top countries are United States.
Yeah.
United Kingdom.
Okay.
Singapore.
Oh. Okay.
Canada.
Well, no, I like Singapore. That wasn't a disappointed no.
You're gonna get cancelled in Singapore.
No, Singapore's fucking cool, and I would love to go there.
Canada.
Okay.
Germany, Spain, Australia, Hong Kong, Norway, Italy, the Netherlands, Sweden, France, Brazil. That's all double figures.
Well, then just go back.
Double figures.
That's super cool. Go back to 1 month ago though, when you were like, and we're double. Our number 2 is Japan, because then I feel the pressure that I have to read that, and I have to read it flawlessly.
In the last, but it says in the last 6 months, we've had 4 downloads from Japan.
I'll take 4 downloads from Japan. That's fun.
Belgium, Ireland, India, South Africa, Japan, Vietnam, Chile, Denmark, Kazakhstan.
Wait. Time
Israel.
Out. Are you telling me that's where people have downloaded?
This is where people have downloaded from.
You're kidding me.
No,
you're joking.
The last 6 months. That's what it's saying.
Did you say Kazakhstan?
Yeah. Israel, Iceland, Luxembourg, Mexico, Malaysia, New Zealand, Romania, Taiwan. We've had 2 downloads in Taiwan.
Represent Taiwan.
United Arab Emirates, Azerbaijan, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bangladesh, Colombia, Czech Republic, Algeria, Estonia, Indonesia, the Isle of Man, Jersey, Nicaragua, Portugal, Rwanda, Saudi Arabia, Ukraine, and Uzbekistan.
I like to think that that's one person that's like traveling around to all these countries.
Maybe
that's just doing a download.
That's doing a download. Like, also, I suppose it could be like if people are using VPNs.
Oh yeah, you know what? Keep it up. Double down on your VPNs.
Right. Yeah,
because I think this is really the fact that you were like, yeah, just like casually in like Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, you said Chile, and I was like, Chile. What?
Right, proper random.
But did you say Singapore was double digits?
Singapore, 238 downloads.
That's
from
wild.
Singapore. I know, random, right?
Singapore is on my list.
Singapore.
Hello, everyone in Singapore, because Singapore is on my list of places to visit.
Hello to everyone all around the world.
If you are actually there and not on a VPN.
Yeah. We've got our spread in the US is quite interesting as well. Like,
I did want to know the breakdown of like whereabouts.
Right.
Could you go by coasts? Like,
this is in order of the amount of downloads.
Okay.
So California, Virginia, Colorado, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, Texas, North Carolina, Utah, Minnesota, Florida, Nevada, Illinois, Massachusetts, Iowa, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Missouri, South Carolina, Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Mexico, and Ohio. Oh, no, wait, there's more. Oregon, Rhode Island, and Washington.
I'm disappointed in Massachusetts, if I'm honest. Like, I physically know people there, and they can't.
9 downloads.
I have family there, and I can't even. They can't even be bothered to. Those are rookie numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
That's not even every episode.
That's not even every episode.
Sharon, why aren't you listening to us?
Don't even listen, just download. Get Massachusetts numbers up there. What are you doing? I'm all I can do is say I'm sorry on behalf of Massachusetts. To both
we're
of
not
us.
in as many places in Canada.
I mean, the fact that we're anywhere in Canada, like, mind blowing. Like US, I could understand, like US and UK, because I'd be like, oh, we know people physically that are in the US. We know people in the UK.
Yeah,
I don't really know anyone in Canada.
Yeah.
So the fact that anyone in Canada's listening, I'm like, cool.
102 downloads in Ontario. Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba. Is that how you pronounce that? Manitoba?
I would say Manitoba, yeah.
Yeah. New Brunswick and Quebec. Australia. 33 downloads in New South Wales, 4 in Victoria, 2 in Tasmania. I think that might be my colleagues.
That's fine, we'll take it.
I think that might be.
We'll take it. But thoughts to Canada, to be fair. Yeah. Thoughts to Canada at this moment in time. With all the fires that are happening there. Yeah. Like, I hope everyone that's listening to us in Canada is safe.
Yeah, look after yourself, please.
Look after yourself and each other.
The world is on fire and it's actually on fire.
Literally,
so
yeah.
Please look after yourselves.
All you can do is look after each other.
Yeah.
So
in the UK, it just splits it by the countries.
They just go like north south, or like, just
literally. I'm like,
full on countries.
Come on. So England top, then Scotland, then Wales, then Northern Ireland, then unknown.
What's unknown?
What does that mean? Unable to identify the geographic locations of these downloads.
I like to think they're like hackers, and they're like, "You'll never find me."
Who are listening to our content.
Shout out to the unknowns.
4 places in Sweden.
I can't believe it gives you this type of breakdown. This
I know.
Is wild.
I found this earlier and I was like, Tori's going to be super stoked by this.
Can you pull the data? Because I think it would be fun to make a heat map.
I will export the CSV for you. It's a little button for it.
Thank you.
I'm not going to try and pronounce places in Sweden other than Stockholm.
You're taking a page out of my book. You're like, absolutely not.
I have not checked those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places in Germany. Brandenburg, Hessen, Bayern, Berlin, Baden-Württemberg.
See, this is why you're the one that's reading these, because I would have been like, skip.
Niedersachsen, I don't think I pronounced that right, and Nordrhein-Westfalen. That's places in Germany. It's interesting. I wonder if that's different. Like if those places that you can dig into is different for people depending on how many people.
Maybe
because
you have
like
to get
Sweden
to a
and
certain
Germany,
level.
like Sweden and Germany are not at the top of our list. Germany is, Canada is. Sweden's not at the top of our list. So why specifically can we see Sweden? I don't know. Interesting.
That would be interesting to find out how that gets tracked. That's fun.
There you go.
That's fun knowing about that.
Yeah.
I want to like be like, how can we pump those numbers? But also, I genuinely am like, the fact that people I mean, it always blows my mind anyways when we look at stats, but like some of the countries you named, I'm like,
right,
that has to be VPN or somebody on holiday or something. Because I'm like,
thanks
what?
everybody
but
around
if you're
the world
like,
that's listening to us.
Yeah, if you are listening from someplace that's, I mean, even if you are in the US or the UK or Canada or whatever, but if you are listening from someplace anywhere outside of, let's say, England or inside England, I'm not going to say no. I want to know, like, what kind of stuff you want to actually hear. Like, what if you are from not the UK or the US? Like, what kind of stuff, topic-wise, do you want to hear more of, or do you want to hear of full stop? Because I think it'd be really interesting to understand, like, what somebody in Singapore wants to hear us talk about.
Are you just really enjoying two weird an English girl and an American girl who are based in England just chatting nonsense about beer? Like, is this
two weirdos chat?
Part of like the cozy revolution that people just like listening to us sit and chat?
Girl, can I talk to you about my latest cozy games?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Because now we're at this point where you said you opened the door for me, and I'm gonna turn the handle and walk through it. I hope that these are people that are just like, I just like hearing two weirdos talk. That is great.
You are
like,
in
cozy.
The right place,
and you are like kindred spirits. Because I also like, if I'm watching anime, my top topic is like slice of life. I just want to see people going about life. Yeah, just doing their thing. Yeah, you love the best part about the video games that I play is when you are literally, there's a game called Dave the Diver where you dive and then you dive, you get fish, and then you take the fish that you catch and you take it to a sushi restaurant and you work at the restaurant and you make the sushi. Do you want to know my favorite part of that game? It's working at the restaurant and making the sushi. And everyone's like, why is it that you like playing games that give you a second job? Right. Like, why is it that you shouldn't want to work another job? That's people's least favorite part of the games. And I'm like, nah, making the sushi's fun. I want to do it. Or I've played like slice of life cozy games where you're a bartender and like coffee shop barista. Yeah, that's fun to me. Those. Sims, I don't want to play Sims. I want to build the houses, and then I want to move Sims into it, and then never talk to them again and build a new house. So I have got. What happens to your
Sims if you don't talk to them?
Oh, I don't need to talk to them. So they do their own thing.
They just live what you.
Yeah, because I'm not cruel. I'm not like put them in a pool and remove a ladder. Have them cook and take the smoke. I'm not one of those degenerates. No. So I'm, we just build the house.
Is that something you can do in The Sims?
Yeah. Have you never played The Sims?
No.
Oh, girl. Don't taint your algorithm with that stuff.
No, I don't want to taint my algorithm with that.
Yeah. That is stuff that you do. That's stuff that prominently I would say I did when I was a teenager. That's what you do when you play The Sims. I don't do that anymore. I'm reformed. I just move the happy family into the house. I let them be.
Leave them to it.
I start a new house.
Okay.
But I've got this new game. I think I told you about the one. I definitely told you about the one where I am a wizard mage person that has their arcane library.
Yes.
And it's called Arcane Library, I think. And you have to sort the books.
Yeah.
I've just been sorting books. I also then
can't play that because I actually need to sort my books.
Yeah, no, but this is different.
Oh, okay.
If you told me, do you want to sort your actual books? I'd be like, hell no. But do I want to find matching sets of 5 or less and put them in the right bookshelf in the right place?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I do. And then I saw something recommended in this cozy gaming page that I'm on. That's like, so you like Arcane Library? I'm like, I do.
I do.
And it's like, oh, maybe you should play this game. It's a supermarket organizing game.
Oh.
I
Your
have to
shelf
pick up
stacking now?
products, and yep, I stack shelves
It's a
now.
very important job.
It is. They had AI come in. They had the robots. The robots screwed up the whole supermarket. They've had to shut the supermarket down. So here I am, Muggins, stocking the shelves.
We can't
and
let
I'm
the
so
robots take over.
And I'm so invested. Like, I'm like, as I'm stocking the shelves of things, I'm like, well, this cleaning product has to go next to a similar cleaning product. I can't put like a toilet cleaner next to a, kitchen spray.
No.
The toilet cleaners have to go together.
Yeah.
And then you got to go big to small or small to big. You can't.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a thing. I could put it anywhere, but I take pride in my job.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
So if anyone's got any recommendations of any other games where I could have a second career, just slice of life stuff.
Tori's all about it.
Yeah. If you're listening in Singapore and you're listening because we are just normies, we are just two weirdo normies, slice of life, cozy stuff. And you've got the game for me, please let me know.
Yeah, amazing.
I've been waiting to tell you about that game.
I love it. Memories of the last 6 months. You got some exciting things to share?
I wouldn't say exciting per se. I mean, not exciting, but yeah. So I think looking back at the last 6 months, I think like this is going to be on your list. So I won't necessarily say it per se, but I'll say we smashed through a lot of bucket list beers. And there's a big shout out to a really important one that we did. Mm-hmm. But I'll let you talk about that one. And that was our actual meetup where we actually got to drink through some of the stuff that we were just like, get it out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Stop waiting for that perfect moment.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put a pin in that one so that you can be the one that talks about that, and then we'll talk about that moment. We'll circle back. This is not necessarily beer specific, but it is beer adjacent. So I've got 2 things that are like beer adjacent. So I've gone back to aerial hoops, which it's really hard when you've not gone for like quite a long time, because it's really hard to be motivated because like I don't have those muscles anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Some of the bruising that I've come back with, or like the other day I was having to do like pull up things, and I genuinely was like, I think my arms are going to fall off the next day. But that's been good. But the reason it's beer adjacent is because obviously I started doing that with the beer girlies, and it was at a brewery, but now it's had to move out of that brewery, so we're in a different location. But I've started that back up again. Quite proud of that. The second thing that's kind of beer adjacent to that is I went to Wales and I saw Ruth, and we got to go for a lovely wild swim. I told her I wasn't sure who was going to turn up that day, if it was going to be the me that was very interested in going in cold water, or if it was going to be the me that was like, it's cold, no thank you. It's a luck of the draw. But thankfully, due to peer pressure and the fact that there were other people there to watch me, I felt I had to go in. So I did go in, and it happened to be the summer equinox. So that was
midsummer.
Yes. So we were in there, and they were like, "What time is it? Is it not? What's the time?" And we thought you had to be up at like, I don't know, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever it was. And Ruth was going to go, and then she ended up not going. And it was so lovely. There was this spot in Wales was like just next to, is a river just next to this old castle ruins. There was a bunch of these, like a whole bunch of different women of all different age ranges, all swimming. And it was so good. And
that's lovely.
They were like, what time is it? And we were like, oh, it's like, 9:24 or 9:22, whatever it was. And they were like, we've got 2 minutes. And we were like, we thought that was 6 o'clock in the morning. They were like, no, when the sun hits the point in the sky, it's actually 9:24 or whatever time it was. So we were all there, and it was so nice when it actually hit. And
I love
that was really lovely. So I really enjoyed that. That was a good memory that I enjoyed from the last few months. We bought I had to look this up because I was like, oh my God, yeah, we bought the new mic gear, I think, at the start of this year.
We did.
We invested. I had my first garden beers in March. It was a sour. I can't remember what sour, but I always love to make a point of like, it is officially sit outside in the garden, have a beer outside in the garden, even if it's jumper weather.
Yeah.
So that's been fit in. Really enjoyed that. Changed the layout in my room. So actually, when you see behind me, you actually see a mess, but it's a beer related mess. But you see a beer related mess now, as opposed to just a mess. So there's that. Did 2 different International Women's Collaboration Brew Days. One, I hosted a panel at Double Barreled. That was cool. Got invited there to do that. Invited back after having done it 2 years before. And I was like, you want me to come back? Okay.
Yes.
Happily we'll do that.
Because you know what you're talking about.
And then I act like a stand-up half the time. And I'm like, just self-deprecating jokes. Haha. Talk to some other people. And then we got to brew at Merakai.
We did.
Which was fun.
That was great.
And then I cheated and said that even though it was the beginning of half 2, we went to Little Earth Fest.
Yes, we went to Little Earth Fest and it was amazing. That and Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, which I didn't get to go to this year, boo. But that and Little Earth Fest, Nottingham Craft Beer Festival are my 2 favourite festivals. And
I would say like highlight for sure. Yeah. And I think with that this year, we camped on site.
Yeah.
Which was it was so good. Like last year was good. The year before, like when we stayed off site and we took camp. But like what I really enjoyed was like actually camping there, because I could kind of pick and choose. Like we could kind of be like, oh, we feel like going back for a snack and then going back and having a snack, or we want to go and do a thing, and then we could kind of go back and forth as we wanted without worrying about getting a cab. And I would say like 100% would probably try to stay there again, like on site, if it was possible. But I will always go back because I think it's a really enjoyable time. We made friendship bracelets. I don't have mine on at the moment because I took mine off to have a shower. I made them big enough that I could roll them off my wrist. Took it off to take a shower, forgot to put it back on. I made Rick a friendship bracelet because he was super excited. I was like, do you want me to make you I was like, look what I'm making. Do you want me to make you one? And he was like, yeah. And then he picked out the colours and everything. But yeah, Ruth and Rachel taught me how to make the friendship bracelets, because I never did that as a kid growing up, making them like that. So you had like a very well-oiled machine way of making yours. I've done it many times
before. Yeah.
Would make friendship bracelets again though. I think like when I go on my flight to the US, I might have to buy some yarn and just sit there and make friendship
just sit and do it. Yeah. It was super fun. Yeah, I really liked it. Like, it's such a, and I've said this to people before, like, it's just such a chilled festival. Like, it's just everyone hanging out. The thing about this festival is there's always somewhere to sit.
Yes.
Like, do you know, you go to so many festivals and there's just not enough seating. At Little Earth Fest, there's always somewhere to sit.
Or you take your own.
Or you take your own camping chair, and that's absolutely fine. Like, and there's space for it. Right? Yes. You know, like it is, I love it. And like we go and we try delicious beers from lovely sour beer brewers like Aberdale's Funk Dungeon were there this year. They're not always there, so that was great. We saw Wilderness. We saw Balance. We saw Crossover. We saw Origins. Like it was just
Dolphin, just genuinely just all the beers. I always look forward to all the beers that are there. And then like not only are the wild beers fun, interesting, there was Cidus, there was Y Valley, and what was really interesting there as well was they had this like map of orchard walk that you could do in the Y Valley, and I took that home with me because I was like, that's something that would be really fun as like a trip to do on a weekend if you're going camping, like walk the orchard, do all that, like that could be really cool. But like not only are those beers really interesting, but the lineup of beers that are actually on at the pub are phenomenal. So like they are so good. I feel so bad though, because when you talk about the seats, you were there, we'd kind of gone set up the camp, you were there, I didn't realize you were already there, and then walked over, and bless like Ian, if people remember Ian from Wild Weather when he was on, Ian was there and he was so lovely. He was like, oh, do you want to sit down, have a seat? And I felt really bad because then I felt like I kicked him out.
They had another table
and
like,
they walked sad off. But I felt really bad because I was like, he's just let me have his seat, and then I feel bad because I feel like I kicked him out of the place that he had been sat the whole time. But it was really sweet. But
there was another table they were sat on.
But everyone I feel like that goes there is I've not running. What I will say is, in the 2 years that I've gone, I've only done the 2 years, I've not run into anybody that I've ever felt like I don't feel comfortable here, or these people are rude, or like there's never been a situation where I felt uncomfortable or unhappy. Like it's always just a really good group of people, and I can't say that about every festival.
There's families, there's kids, there's dogs, there's people taking naps. Like it's so lovely, and there's really good charcuterie and cheese boards from the pub. Like
it's also a good trip if you leave the site. Like there's some really good trips. We were going to go swimming. I did not. The me that turned up that day was like, there are swans in there. I forgot my water shoes, and it's not easy to get out. So there was no easy exit from where we entered. That's
always my thing.
There needs to be an easy exit, especially if I don't have water shoes on and there are swans, because I am not messing with them. They are hench.
Swans. No.
Immediately no. So I was like, the fact that I have to like yeet myself out with no proper shoes on, and it's going to be yucky bottoms, and then I also have swans trying to fight. Like one swam over and then it went away, and then its friend and I was like, you're on your own, girls. I'll sit here and watch. Like I'm going to watch. I'm going to monitor, because you might need support when those things come after you. So I stayed. I stayed on land.
Yeah, it was a good time. We all had a good time.
It was really good.
My beer memories, adding to those, because there's two there that are mine. I haven't been to as many like beer festivals and stuff this year at all. Like I've not done as many. We've done a really fun series of events with beers made with Australian hops this year at work. And I got to go to Manchester, Bristol and London for those, which was really nice. It was nice. It was a bit of a flying visit to Manchester, but we were at Northern Monk Refectory, and that was really nice. I was a little bit longer in Bristol, and we were at More Beer. And then at London, we were at St. Monday. So that was interesting. Went to Beer-X. Beer-X felt really good this year. Like it felt like people were quite optimistic about the future, which is nice considering the world.
It's hard when it's doom and gloom as well, because the beer that I haven't opened yet is only because I was like, let me prioritize the one that's a bit older. Is a Queer Brewing beer, and literally devastated to hear about that. I just ordered their International Women's Day beer, so I've got that for you as well, because I got a 4-pack. They just put some amazing shirts up. Immediately I saw it posted, went to the website, bought the shirt, and then I bought the tank top that says Hot Girl Summer. Cannot wait for it to arrive. I'm gonna wear that. The other one, if you've seen it, you know exactly which one I bought. And I had Ruth send it to me as well. I was like, already bought it last night. That one, I feel like
there's been I don't know whether they've done the Hot Girl Summer one, because there was a bit of a controversy about Hot Girl Summer. No, it was Hot Girls Read. So Hot Girls Read, I want to know the
controversy.
Yeah, so Hot Girls Read, someone tried to trademark it. Right, that was
how do you trademark
Tori just
that?
Pulled a face. Apparently so. Someone tried to trademark it, and they were a small business, and they'd been in business for like 3 years, and they were like, we've trademarked it, it's ours now, we know other people in the community use it, stop using it. And it was like the entire book community went, excuse you.
But also, just because you've been around for 3 years doesn't mean you've been using that for 3 years, and that's a trend that everyone is using, so you can't,
like, that's not that's
that would be like that would be like if I just happened to see a trend other people were doing, and then I was like, I'm going to trademark that.
Right. So the community came out and went, no, that's not yours. Like, and especially because like a lot of the when you dig into it, a lot of the reason that it is popular is because of a black female rap artist, I think, has used it. And so it's like, not only are you trying to trademark something that's a saying, you as a white woman are also trying to take it away from the black community. Like, double not cool.
Well, since it didn't start with it started with, I want to say it started with like Hot Girl Summer.
And like, so it was just like, no, you can't do that. So the community kind of came out and went, we're not playing that game, and started making like hot ghouls read and like lots of different variations on it. But they were like, you're not doing that, and so they managed to get it revoked. So this person can't. And because she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna enforce it." Then what's the point of having a trademark on it if you're not?
Well, yeah. Then what's the point of the trademark,
right?
Because then again, like you said, it becomes gatekeeping. If you're not going to enforce it against everybody, you're picking and choosing who you're enforcing it against.
Yeah. So
and maybe you'll say, "I'm using my powers for good, and I'm using that against millionaires, billionaires, whatever." But feels a bit gay. I mean, speaking of that, before you get on to wrestlings, what I will say, because I feel like that's a perfect turning point for me to just mention, we did have an episode that we had put out.
Oh, yes.
That was the feel good episode.
Yes.
And the whole reason that we had the feel good episode was because like I had seen some article that was about the event called Pints and Ponytails, which was about the men that were coming together to talk about being a dad, a girl dad, and styling hair and understanding how to, you know, do hairstyles for their daughters, for their children. And somebody had reached out to us to tell us about, just so you know, that there has been, I think it was kicking off on TikTok or something, some controversy around it. So we did some digging on it. That none of this came up when I originally looked it up, but then somebody alluded to the fact that the controversy that was surrounding it was that basically the podcast founders had gone on, I've seen it now, that they'd gone on to get this off the ground, they had help from a company called Braid Maidens, who helped put together, they've done similar events in the past, they've been doing these events for a while. Braid Maidens came in and helped set up this event, put on the event, train the people to do it, and then it doesn't seem like, from what I could see when we did the original article, I saw Braid Maidens mentioned, but not consistently across everything. So I was like, oh, that's a bit weird, but maybe it was just how it was written. But it turns out that I guess the podcast founders that started this event went on a morning talk show to talk about how they came up with the idea. And seemingly they omitted that the Braid Maidens' involvement on this, despite playing quite a major role in what it sounds like starting it up. That being said, it was kind of hard to find details around it because every time I searched for it, when I searched for keywords to try to find an article that would like tell me more about it, there wasn't really a lot that was hanging around. I found one LinkedIn post that we can share just in case, which basically just says it all sounds good on the front of it. When you dig into it, here's kind of the challenges with it, and it does all seem to stem down to that they didn't give credit to this business.
Yeah, you gotta give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, and again, I don't know all the specifics on it because it is quite hard when you go to find it. But as it was pointed out to us, I went and I digged more to it, and I didn't want anyone to think that if they listened to that and they knew, I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know all those things, and I hadn't seen anything on my algorithms on Reels. So like, I didn't want anyone to listen to that and think, hang on a minute, that's not quite right. So we did go back and look at it. So I just thought I would caveat that because it feels like what you just said was a good point in time for me to caveat.
That worked quite well.
We had that article.
Like the premise of it is very good, but do a bit of due diligence if you are going to attend an event like that, is our advice. And I don't
think it takes away from the positive that event was doing. But I didn't want to do a disservice to the fact that if these people had left this person out, or they were leaving this person out, or not giving them the credit they were due, that person deserves the credit. I didn't want to plaster over that. But obviously we didn't really dig too deep into it when we did it, because it was just about the fact that I stumbled across this, and that just made me think, let's have some positivity. Turned out maybe not quite
not as positive. Maybe look up Braid Maidens.
Look up Braid Maidens. It doesn't sound like the event itself was like bad. It's just maybe let's give them some love as well. So carry on with your 6 months.
What else? I think like that feels like about it. Oh, other than
let's go back.
I got to try
take the pin
my
out.
top bucket list beer. So not only did Tori buy me, or pick me up, because I did not buy it for you. I love you, but not that much. Bring me back. a Sam Adams Utopia. We finally got to get together and try it and look back at the episode to see our thoughts on it. That was a very enjoyable experience.
I was like, I love you, but like,
I'm not
I don't even think I would spend that kind of money on like for that item. I don't even think I'd spend that on Rick.
I've completed it. I've completed beer.
Completed it, mate. You've completed beer. You like ticked it off. Done. Absolutely done.
I'm done.
And I'm via you as my proxy. Like I'm done because I also got to try it. Yeah, so I muled it. I tried it. It was really quite good to be fair. But I think that also brings to the point of like that theme of getting things out of the fridge because we had a bottle share. Yeah. We met up at an Airbnb. I think we talked about it on the episode. We were like, I'm free this night, you're free this night. What if we just met in the middle?
Yeah.
We'll say that Airbnb host, weird.
Yeah.
That was a weird experience.
It was a weird experience.
My rating,
what did you give that? What did you rate it on?
I don't think I negative rated it. I just did my level best to just do the very basic everything. And the reason I say weird is because so we arrived.
He's very attentive.
Too attentive.
Yeah.
So this place, what I will say, caveat wise, this is story time. This place had the option of an inflatable hot tub, and we just thought,
that's cool.
Right,
we'll have a hot tub.
Maybe we'll use it. Maybe we won't. Don't know. Depends on what time we get there. If we've got some free time, great. We can have some beers in the hot tub. Happy days. And I think it said on the listing it was like £30 to use it, and then I got a message like it's actually £40. I was like, that's cool, that's fine. Meanwhile, this was all being sent to my WhatsApp.
Yeah, I didn't like
and I was like, didn't like that, but I was like, okay. I'm not going to say where it is because I'm not going to like dox this person. But it's not a place that anyone is just going to randomly end up going. Because this was very much a choice of like the location as a middle point, not as a tourist destination.
Yeah.
So got these WhatsApps and I was like, I normally am like, I know how Airbnb works, and it's like, if these were things that I knew that I needed to secure, it would be going
in
through
the app, right?
The app, because if it's not in the app, it doesn't count. Airbnb doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
So he's messaging me all these things, and I'm like, okay, fine. We're having dinner, having a chat, having a catch up, having a beer, having a charcuterie. The place didn't have a bread knife. No, we used every single knife they had.
It had a bread board.
It had every
board. No sharp knives to cut anything.
It had every other thing, but it like did not have sharp knives. There was no bread knives, so we are using butter knives to do everything. We went through every single knife they had, and we're sat there eating. Yeah, we did, because I have a photo of after I did the washing up, and I held every single knife in my hand, going, "This is how many knives we used." We got some great cheeses. We might have talked about it on that episode. We're sat there eating. There's a doorbell goes off, and I'm like,
knock on the door. It was a doorbell.
No, it was a doorbell.
Really loud.
It was a doorbell because it was very loud, and I was like, huh. And I was like, do I answer it? I don't know. The signal there was also not great.
Yeah.
Turns out he had messaged me. I had asked him how we're supposed to pay for this hot tub. Like, can you send me payment details? I don't have cash. How would you like me to pay for it? He then just responds with, I'm here, but I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Because the signal was bad.
The signal was bad.
I answer the door. Who is there? And I'm like, hello. Hi. And I don't really recognize him. So I'm like, hi. And he's like, it's me, so-and-so Airbnb host.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hi. And he's like, I just happened to be coming back from work. And I just thought I'd pop by and just make sure you were all set. I was like, yep, we're good. And he was like, do you need anything? Can I get you anything? I'm like, nope. No. Was only messaging because I don't have cash. Yeah. So need to pay you for the hot tub. So just want to know how to pay you. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll send you the payment details. I'm like, okay. And then he proceeded to be like, can I show you how to use it? Can I? And I went, I've got one. No. I know how it works. It's fine. No. And he's like, oh, well, do you? I was like, got the same model. And he was like, oh, okay. Because sometimes it gets really hot for people and they don't know the emergency stop button. I was like, well, I do. And he was like, okay, so you don't want me to show you anything? I was like, no. I'm good. And he was like, okay, well, have a good time then. And I was like, I will. Thank you. And then he left, and then he messaged me to be like...
And then messaged again, yeah.
And then messaged me to be like, it was lovely to meet you. And I was like, immediately, I was like, Joe, where is the key? We are locking the door. We are locking the door.
We did make sure that we locked the door and we kept the key in.
And we kept the key in the door. Because I learned when Rick accidentally kept the key in the lock that you can't get in your house if there's a key in the lock already.
Right, you can't get your key in.
Because you can't get your key in. Yeah. So I was like, where is that key? We're keeping it in there.
Yeah. Making sure we didn't get murdered at the Airbnb.
We didn't. And I messaged Rick immediately to be like, I just need you to know this has happened. Is this normal? And he was like, I don't think that's normal. I don't think so. Now I feel good. I feel like justice has been served. I got that off my chest. That was a weird experience.
It was.
Never had anything like that before.
No.
And I was like, why are you here, sir? Why are you here? I do think that he might have thought that we were doing something really dodge because I was like, I'm meeting up with a friend. Yes, I would like your hot tub. But that's by the by.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Anything dodgy. We were just drinking beer. So.
We were just drinking beer, and half of them, and half the time we'd have a really old one and be like, "Let's just try a bit of it," and then we go, "Don't want the rest of that one." No, we're good.
Yeah, but it was a lovely time. We had a lovely time. We didn't get murdered, and we tried Utopia. Win-win.
And we tried Utopia, so it was great.
Good times. Good times.
Aspirations for the next 6 months? Do you have any? Just to close things out.
I would like to finish setting up my spreadsheet. And get my charts set up. And I'd quite like to do like a fridge clear.
Nice.
Like I've been aspiring to having only a small amount of beers in the fridge so that I could like be like,
me too.
There's some new beers I should buy. But like I haven't really been buying any, but equally I haven't really been drinking any. So
I feel like all the beers you've been getting you've been sending to me. And I'm like, fuck. Like when we went to this meetup at the dodgy Airbnb,
you gave me
that we didn't even use the hot tub for. Let me just caveat that we didn't even use the hot tub, and now I'm grateful because Rick was like, check for cameras immediately. The place did not have it. It was very bare. There was no cameras. Yeah, maybe in the hot tub. I don't know.
Well, maybe. But we were looking around and we were like, this is we were looking around for normal things.
Like, barely. Yeah, there's barely anything here for normal things. But yeah, I think like we went to that meetup and you were like, oh, I've got all these beers for you. And I was like, I've got like 6. And you were like, here is the whole box. And I was like, oh, yay. I'm grateful because there was one beer that I was like, please, can you try to get this beer for me, please? And you did. And I was like,
then I did. Because I'm good like that.
Yeah, you are. You are. So is that all your aspirations you've got?
That's it. That's all my aspirations for the next 6 months.
Okay.
Keeping it simple. Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
What are yours?
I'm giving up on the spreadsheet fixing until next year because I'm a yearly girly. Okay. I'm like, if it's set at the beginning of the year, that's what we're sticking with until the end of the year.
I'm tweaking. This is my year to tweak and tinker to get it how I want it.
Mine is like end of the year, we'll tweak it.
Okay.
That's how we ride. My aspirations for the next 6 months, I have put, so talking about at the beginning of this podcast, you mentioned about a beer judging.
I did.
Ruth has been trying to get me to join this beer judging.
I've been trying to get you to do it.
Yeah, no, I know. But she's physically gone, here is a link, please. Here's a date and time. I am doing it on this day. Please come and join me. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that one per se. I haven't inquired about it.
I reckon we could get you signed up for the SIBA bottle and can at the end of the year because it's online.
Which one do you think that I applied for?
Yay!
The other one that is happening is an in-person one, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So I asked about start and end times because I was like, depending on start and end times, maybe, and if you've got availability, because it's quite short notice now because I've put off doing it because I was waiting on some other things. I was waiting on other things because I didn't want to overcommit because I'm trying to be really good at not overcommitting. Because Ruth would also tell me off for overcommitting, and then she's like, but also
so would I.
Beer judge.
But also do the things that I want you to do. But also
do the things that I want you to do. So I've asked about this one that's going on, but then I also applied for the SIBA bottles. So I've literally done it. finally got around. I've had this in my inbox for like a week, and I finally actually filled it out today. So we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. They might turn around and be like, no, because they do ask you. They're like, which one do you want to do, and why you qualified? And I was like, they're like, what beer judging or brewing have you done? It's not why you qualified. It's just what beer judging have you done or brewing? And I was like, I've commercially brewed as like a collaboration brew several times, but that's kind of it. And then I said I have a podcast and we kind of talk about tasting notes.
We do talk about tasting notes. And also you've hosted beer talks.
Yeah, but not really beer talks. Panels
yes, you have.
In breweries.
Yes, you have.
It's not really beer talks.
You'll be fine.
So I did put that all down as like a co-host a podcast. We do beer style guidelines.
Do you know the amount of people that I've judged with who are just like, I like beer?
So I've heard.
I'm here for a lovely time.
Like, if I get rejected, I am down for a like Icarus level fall. Like that is if they're like no, I'd be like, you don't meet criteria. I'd be like, great. But I have applied for it. So I'm manifesting that as an aspiration for the next 6 months. Good. I'm participating in a hop walk that's hosted by Women on Tap and Charles Fareham. So that's going to be super duper duper fun because obviously I wouldn't normally get to do that as just like a normal person that is not working in beer. So, and I'm really excited to meeting all the other people that are on that. In terms of traveling, I'm going to one place that I kind of accidentally said I'm going, but I'm not going to say now on the off chance that someone that isn't supposed to know that I'm there somehow finds out that I'm there. But I'm going someplace, and then I'm going to Japan for 3 weeks. So my goal for traveling is to find out how many different really beautiful spots that I can drink beer in.
Oh, that's fun.
Because that's every time I go to Japan, I find like we go someplace and I get a beer on like a street someplace overlooking a historic castle or something, and I go, that's a really beautiful place to have a beer. And then I just go, let's just take in this moment. And I take a photo and I go, what a great beautiful spot. I want to know, this time we're going to a place that's very nature. So I'm like, how many of these can I rack up? So that'll be really fun.
Actually, we're only doing one harvest tour this year. I'm going to Yakima. And actually an aspiration is to not buy too many beers.
Except for me when they're pumpkin ones.
Except for you, yeah. Of course.
Except when it's something really good and you have to mule me back something good. This place that I am going, that you probably know where I'm going, but I don't want other people that might hear this to know I'm going. I do have a bag that I can take.
Okay.
So that'll be good.
That's good.
So I can take things back and that'll be fun. I've put that I want to learn more about sake and sake brewing. Obviously, that's the selfish side. That's like where I'm going to Japan. I would love to be able to, when I go to these places that are like sake breweries, I would love to be able to, especially after we had that conversation on the WSET stuff, where it was like there are courses on sake.
Yeah, there's sake courses.
Like I would love to learn more and be more educated on that, so that when I actually go to these places, I actually feel like I have some semblance of knowledge of them. Whether that's going to happen in the next like 2 months, I don't know. I've applied myself to things a lot shorter notice than this. So I think I could do it if I really try.
You love a short deadline.
Love a tight deadline. That's how my brain works. Tight deadlines, it's on. And I probably could tell you everything about sake by the end of like next week if I really committed to it. But that's something that I thought, and as well, because I left that on my spreadsheet, because I thought, well, then I can try sake and I can understand those things. That would be fun. And then I think the last thing I put to manifest was around the holiday period, because I am back here for the holidays. So I think obviously last year I didn't do anything, and I've been really rubbish at doing like beer advent calendars or anything. So I'd really like to try to. I do have certain beers that are more seasonal specific, like winter Christmassy themed beers. Yeah. So I really kind of want to make some, I don't know what yet, but I want to do some type of conscious effort. I can't do an advent calendar because I can't have a beer every night. Like
I just don't drink a beer every night. I just don't.
No, but maybe what I might do is like a weekend advent calendar where it's
do like an advent, like advent calendar, like an advent crown, you know, where you got like the 4 candles. Do it for beers.
Well, either that or like, you know how there's like the 12
days.
12 days of Christmas, but I could do like the 12 beers of Christmas. And then at least it's like on a weekend, you know, 3. Yeah, that's about 1 every day of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like I can commit to weekends. I can't commit to every night. So something like that, I think.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So yeah, those are my intentions, my aspirations.
I love it. All right, listeners, you got to hold us to those now. Because we'll forget.
Not too hard.
Not too hard.
Not too hard.
So there you go. That's our mid-year check-in.
I still want to know, people, come and talk to both of us. Please,
Tell
please,
us
please, please,
hear.
please. Tell us what you want to hear, especially if you are from somewhere that is not in the US, Canada, or the UK. Yeah. Strictly because I think, like, if you are not in an English speaking, like English first speaking country, like, what kind of things you want to hear that we're doing. Like, I think if there's anything that we do that's like drastically different from beer culture where you are, or you want us to explore like a tradition, a beer drinking tradition where you are, please, please, please send it to us, because I would love to research it and understand it and help explain it to us. Like, that would
Tori,
be
if
very
people
fun.
are going to give us those ideas, where can they get hold of you to do that?
Yeah, please do that. Or give me some beautiful drinking spots that I can go to anywhere in the world. Let's just make it anywhere in the world, because I'm future trip planning. You can find me at adventures_in_optimism on Instagram, or you can email me, send me like Google Map links if you want to, on adventuresinoptimism@gmail.com. If you want to send the ideas of things that we can look into when it comes to like your traditional beer drinking trends, anything for your country, or you want to tell us about a bucket list beer that you have, that you've drank, or what you think other people should have on their list, that's something I'm super keen on hearing about as well. You can message us both at A Woman's Brew Podcast on Instagram, Facebook. There's other places, but those are probably the key places that you'll find us. Or you can email us links, blurbs, whatever it is you want to tell us about, on A Woman's Brew Podcast at gmail.com. Joe, if people want to talk to you about, if they want to talk to you about your upcoming podcast with Nat, where can they talk to you?
They can talk to me about that. Also, come and recommend what needs to replace the Utopia at the top of my beer bucket list. Tell me what needs to be
done now.
I don't know. I'm done. I've completed it, mate.
You completed it. You're done with beer. This podcast is officially over. There's no point anymore.
The podcast isn't over, but I'm over. I'm over.
I'm over.
I'm over. Let me know at Love Beer Learning on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, but you'll definitely find me on Instagram. Or you can come to my website, which is lovebeerlearning.co.uk. Or you can email me, lovebeerlearning@gmail.com. Tell me what to put on my beer bucket list.
Our beers are empty now.
Well, I've still got a little bit of this lovely one that you would have liked. I'm sorry, I can't share it with you.
I love that you're like, oh, here's this one that you would have loved, but you can't have it, and I'm going to go finish drinking it. Sorry.
Cheers.
Cheers.